Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Gary here. It's a Thursday. I forget what the date is. Doesn't matter. But I wanted to pop off a video really fast. This one's going to be a little bit longer. I apologize going in. This is going to be about people not picking up their orders over holidays. I don't even have a title for it yet, but I'm going to probably call it Forgot to Pick Up My Order, something like that. In the 36 years I was with my company as a meat cutter, I was in 3 stores that I called home stores, where I was there 5 years or better, but no longer than 7 years. And the nice thing about those stores was you got to know the staff you worked with, you got to know the customer base, you got to know what people liked, you got to know people's faces, they got to know you, they trusted you, they trusted you, and you built up a friendship with shoppers. And a lot of people, and I've mentioned this in other shows, people count on you. They count on you to be there for them. Getting to know what you like, what they like. Well, in every store I've been in, every home store I was in, we had some time in, over every single holiday, there was always 1 or 2, but generally 1 shopper that would put an order in, sometimes a week before the holiday, sometimes 3 days, sometimes 2 days before the holiday. That was a costly order, maybe just hamburger patties, a bunch of them, or some pork chops, or some steaks, or a roast, or whatever. Cut it in advance, I'll pick it up. 95 to 97% picked up their orders. There was always 1 or 2. One that had one wouldn't pick it up because they had an emergency, and they gave him a pass and they never did it again. But there was always that one other shopper that was continually doing it in every home store I've been in. That one person that would find a better special or find another store closer to where they lived or whatever, or had a tea date with one of her girlfriends at the club, or wanted to play pickleball with one of her besties and said, "Fuck you, Gary, I'm not picking up the order. You can sell it. You can sell it." That's their mentality, see? Gary, why are you jacked up? Because I get emotional when I look back on stories. And thank God I'm retired, that I don't have to put up with that stuff anymore. So if you work in retail, you can appreciate my temperament right now. I was in this home store in my final 3 years with the company. I was in this one home store for 7.5 years. Every holiday, like 4 years in a row, this one lady, and I'm not going to say her last name, but we went by Miss Brandy. That was her name, Brandy. She came from opulence. She lived in a nicer area of the city I worked in. She always came in with her little tennis skirt on, her cell phone pasted to her head, always talking to her besties. And she was very nice to us. She was a sweetheart. And she would put these orders in every year with the guys at the counter. And they told me stories. Yeah, this lady, Brandy, she doesn't pick up her orders. I'm like, what? Yeah, she just get used to her face. Sometimes she picks up her orders, Gary. Sometimes she doesn't. And I said when I first got there, well, have you ever thought about just asking her to wait while you cut the order? Oh, no, she won't take that. She wants the order ahead of time, like all of her other friends do. This one particular year, and I got to bring up this year, pardon me. The first holiday was Memorial Day. And she came in and she got me at the counter. And I already knew her. She knew me. "Oh, Gary, I'm having some friends over for Memorial Day. I need 60 ground chuck patties. And I know you guys cut them in the back. Can you cut it? I need 60. Can you cut them for me? I'll pick them up. I'll pick them up the day before Memorial Day, which is 3 days from the time she's putting the order in." Begrudgingly, I did it because if I heard these stories about it, but I did it. I'm taking the order. I said, "Yeah, sure. So you need 60? Is there any particular weight, thickness you want them?" "Yeah, make them about an inch. 60 of them. And can you wrap them 2 to a pack? That'd be great." I'm like, "Why 2 to a pack?" I said, "Yeah, sure, whatever. 2 to a pack." The day before Memorial Day, I was there first thing in the morning. I cut all the patties for her, 2 to a pack. 60 of them. Put them on a tray. Slid them in the cooler, the cold part of the cooler, and waited for her to come in. Because she was going to pick it up the day before Memorial Day. Well, I was there till 3 o'clock. She never came. Never showed up. So I called her cell phone. I said, "Yeah, Miss Brandy, this is Gary from blah, blah, blah company. Yeah, and I'm leaving her a voicemail now. So he went right to voicemail. Yeah, your hamburger patties are ready. You said you were going to pick them up the day before Memorial Day. Let us know what you want to do. Um, uh, if you want, you can call my personal cell phone number. I'm leaving right now. I gave her my personal cell phone number because I was the manager. And my boss, who was the meat manager, he was off on vacation that week. I said, here's my personal cell phone number. Give me a call. Let me know. Click. I came in Memorial Day. First thing I did is went back to the cooler. Her patties are still sitting there. Now they're starting to turn. A patty that sits too long after being cut starts to turn around the edge and starts to get a little dark. I'm thinking, oh, Jesus. What am I going to do? What am I going to do here? What the fuck? So I call her first thing in the morning. I call her like 9 a.m. Memorial Day. Hey, Miss Brandy. Yeah. Voicemail once again. Miss Brandy, this is Gary from Blah 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 Company. And your patties are here. You were supposed to pick them up yesterday. I'm sure you forgot. I'm sure you had something come up. But can you please let us know if you want them today? If not, I'm going to mark them down and put them out in the markdown bin. Yeah, give me a call. Bye. Click. She never came in. Never showed up. So before I left at 3 o'clock. I said to the guys, take those patties out, mark them down, and put them in the markdown bin. Let's get something out of them. Let's try to get something out of them. I came in the next day, the day after Memorial Day. Maybe 2 packages sold in the markdown bin. The rest, they had to be thrown out. I had to scan them out as a loss. Now, granted, it wasn't a big expense, but any loss is a loss. They call that shrink in retail. Shrink is a bad word. It means you threw something away without getting a sale out of it because this bitch has something come up. And these guys had told me about this in the past. So get it on, move fast forward to the next holiday of that year, which was the 4th of July. This is where it gets good. I'm there the day before the 4th. I'm there the whole week before the 4th. Because we got paid time and a half on the 4th of July. I wasn't missing out on the money. Who walks up 2 days before the 4th of July? Brandy, Miss Brandy. Oh, hi, Gary. Hi, Gary. Hi, Gary. I never did hear anything about Memorial Day, mind you. And she continued to come in the store. Never did mention Memorial Day, and I didn't bring it up. I took it off the chin. Fuck it. She's not going to bring it up. She's either a dingbat or she got her product somewhere else cheaper or better or closer to home or something came up with her besties. But we're peasants, see, in the eyes of these type of people that live their life of opulence and royalty. Drive around convertible Mercedes-Benzes that they didn't pay for, their husband bought because of his resources. Anyway, getting off topic. She comes in, she goes, Gary, I noticed you have ribeye steaks on sale. I'm thinking, oh, Jesus, this is going to be expensive. I didn't say anything. I said, yeah, okay, we do. They're $5.99 a pound for the steaks. Yeah, I'm going to have some guests over. I need 12. I need 12 steaks. Can you cut them about an inch? Yeah, sure. And they were the choice ribeyes. I said, I have to ask you though, would you mind, it won't take very long for me to cut the order. Would you mind very much the day, so you're going to pick them up the day before the 4th? Yes. Can you come in that day, ask for me, and I'll be happy to cut them while you wait? And she gave me this fucking look like, no, I'm putting the order in now. I don't want to wait. So she turned from nice to a total C. You know the C word. You can't call a woman that word. My sister told me years ago, Gary, if you ever want to get rid of someone and break up with someone, call them the C word. You'll never see him again and you might get slapped in the face. She was turning into a C, a big C word. She went from nice to a C. You know what I'm talking about. Don't make me say it because I think YouTube will probably ban me. So, she turned into a bitch. I'm just saying that. She was a bitch. No, I want to pick them up when I ordered them. I'm going to pick them up the day before, Gary. What is there a problem here? Is there she starts getting loud. Is there a problem here? Now she starts getting to be a real piece of shit, right? I said, well, Memorial Day, you put a burger order in and, oh, we're going back to Memorial Day? I picked up my burgers. No, you didn't. I had to throw most of them out. I took a loss because you probably forgot or you bought them somewhere else. I did not do that. I know I picked them up. So now she's challenging me. She's like, hello, she's challenging me, right? Which they do, see? Because we have to take what they shoot at. We got to eat their shit because we're peasants, see? That's how they see us. Peasants. God forbid you call her out on something, especially when she knows she's wrong, but she's not going to admit fault. She said, I will pick them up the day before, Gary. I need 12 ribeyes, 1 inch. Can you handle that? Yeah. Yeah, I'll take care of that for you. No problem. I apologize. Okay, thank you, Gary. Then she turns right back. She shifts right back to sweet. Okay, thank you, Gary. I'll see you the day after tomorrow. So I go back there now. They were choice ribeyes that were on sale. Because she pissed me off, we have one low-grade steak back there we always keep on stock. It's called Select Meat. Select Meat is lean and rubbery. There's no luck on the grill. I don't give a fuck how you cook it. I don't care how much seasoning you put on it. I don't care how good the guy is or the gal is cooking it. It's going to be like rubber when you're eating it. So I went back and I got a strip loin. I got a ribeye loin that was Select, and I sliced it down on the saw. I didn't cut it by hand. When you cut it by hand, it's a lot nicer, it's prettier, but fuck it, and fuck her. So I put it on the saw, zing, 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 on the table saw. 1 inch cuts. Put them 2 to a pack like she asked. Put them in the back. She came in the day before. I was amazed. Amazed. And she's at my counter, she's buying hamburger, and I see her with a clerk. She's buying hamburger, and she's buying chicken breasts. And I said, hey, Miss Brandy, how you doing? She was, oh, I'm doing great. So you want me to go back and get those ribeye steaks for you? Oh, no. What are you talking about, ribeye? Did I order ribeyes? Yes, I cut them for you. You said you were going to pick them up today. No, I didn't say that. Did I say that? I'm thinking, are you, and I'm thinking to myself, are you fucking gone? Is your mind completely shot? I went back, I grabbed the tray, and with the tray, they had a note on there with her name. I said, see, she said, there it is, Brandy, Miss Brandy, pick it up on the 3rd. Today's the 3rd. See this? Oh, I did, didn't I? Well, no, we're changing our menu completely, Gary. I apologize. And I thought to myself, had I not seen you, I'd have been eating these steaks. I said, well, no, so okay, I'll mark them down. I'll take a loss. And she heard me say that to a coworker. And she goes, what did you say? Are you making me look stupid? I said, no, Miss Brandy, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to one of my clerks. I told him to mark it down. What's your store manager's name? I'm going to complain. You made me look like an idiot. This is what she turned into. She went from 0 to 100 miles an hour of total bitchness. This is the kind of shit we dealt with on a regular basis on the holidays. And anyone in retail out there, they know what I'm talking about. To make a long story short, she did not go to see the store manager. She just threatened me. Didn't take her steaks home. I marked them down. Fortunately, because it was the 3rd. God forbid I would have missed her. We sold them all. But I had to mark them down, see? Had to take a loss, see? Because I cut them the day before. They were all starting to turn. This is what we put up with. And I'm going to do I got to do something really quick because I want this thing to go less than 15 minutes. We're already 13 minutes. She came in again on Labor Day in September. Is this September? Is Labor Day? Yeah, I think it is. I should know. And she came in for hamburgers and sausage links. And she came in the day she was picking them up. And this guy Ed was waiting on her. I said, hey, Miss Brandy, how you doing? Oh, hi, Gary, how are you? Jekyll and Hyde. You never knew what personality you were going to get. And she got her phone pasted to her head. Oh, hi, Gary, hi. I said, hey, Ed, let me take over. Go on in the back, do something. I'm going to help her out here. So I said, yeah, well, so Miss Brandy, what kind of ground beef you want? She goes, well, I want some ground sirloin. I'll have 4 pounds of that. Can you wrap it in 2 packages? Sure. 2 pounds, wrap it. 2 pounds, wrap it, put it in the counter. I said, you want the mild or the hot sausage? Because the hot sausages were so hot they would make your asshole pucker. That's how hot these suckers were. And we didn't sell a whole lot of hot ones. She goes, yeah, I'll have, can I have 12 links of the mild? Sure. So she turns on me and she's walking around on her phone. What do? I grab 12 hot sausages. Oh, yeah. Fuck her. Pick them up, put them in a bag, put them on the scale, hit the button, wrapped up 12 of them. Hot sausages. Gary, how can you do something so vile? It's called payback. Handed it to her. Hey, Miss Brandy, have a fantastic Labor Day weekend. Enjoy your food. We'll see you next week. Guess what happened? I never saw her again. And that was kind of mission accomplished because I didn't want to deal with her again. But when you're, and I've said this in other programs, when you're in the service industry, if you're a shopper out there and you're going to a service industry, whether it's grocery stores, your deli counter, your bakery counter, your front office, because you wanted to get a coupon redeemed, your meat counter, your seafood counter, wherever, you need to treat the service people like gold because they could screw your orders up that fast if you're an asswipe. See what I'm saying? And that this lady, Brandy, I never saw her again. She probably went across the street to the competition. And I happen to know one of the guys over there at this other company I work with, and I never did share my story with her because, good, fuck him. Let him deal with her. That's his problem now. He probably went somewhere. She probably got home that day and served up these sausages, and 3 or 4 people at the table were just dying, looking for some water to put that fire out. These were like chorizo sausages. It's a Mexican sausage, but it didn't look like a chorizo. It had the flavor of a chorizo. They were hot as a cat's crotch, and that's hot. Whatever you take in this program today is, know that I know. We know who you are. We know who you are. If you're one of the 3 or 4 or 5% that doesn't pick up your orders, trust me, that train kept coming around the bend, and the person at that counter will get even with you eventually. So be nice to be nice to your service industry. Be nice. It doesn't take much to put a smile on, even if you're having a shitty day. They're handling your food. Be nice to us. And I'm retired now, but I don't care. But I continue to be very generous to people, and I'm very nice to people in public. And when I see someone being slighted, I let them have it in front of that person. It's called payback. That's all I got. This video went 17 minutes. God dang it. That's all I got. I'm going to get off of here and go for a walk. It's beautiful out today. It's going to be like 80 degrees. That's too hot for me. I got to live somewhere in America where it's anywhere between like 65 and 75 degrees. I heard Sacramento, California is like that, but I got to live over there. A bunch of nut and fruitcakes living in California. Never been there. Don't have any desire to see it. Anyway, that's all I got. You guys have a fantastic Thursday. I'll probably catch up to you this weekend because I got a bunch of things I want to do. I'm going to Lexington this afternoon. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves and each other. Peace out.